Today, during the WWDC keynote, Apple announced some of the major Apple Watch updates coming with the watchOS 11 release. And while this upcoming update may not come with quite as many new features as some of the previous years, the updates that are being made, at least in my opinion, are much more impactful than most. So let's just dig right into it. Now, first off, the Apple Watch Activity Ring is getting a big makeover this year. watchOS 11 will finally allow you to take a rest day from your activity rings without losing track of any streaks or challenges. And I know there are some of you who will die before you lose your streak, even though rest days are important for your overall health and fitness. So now you guys finally get a break, take a day off, and you'll have the option of not losing your activity ring completion streak. I personally think that's probably a good thing, but I can see some others being a bit disappointed by this change, as it sort of will make long activity streaks more common and easier to cheat, though I don't know why that would really matter. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Now, the second adjustment for the Apple Watch Activity Ring is that you can now also set different custom activity ring goals for each day of the week. So maybe you want to set a goal of a longer workout on Saturdays, or maybe a very short or even no workouts on Sunday. Well, so now you can finally customize all of that to fit your own personal goals, and that all seems very good to me. And overall, I'm really liking this rehaul of the Activity Ring. Now, next up is that Apple will now track and graph your individual training load. So after each workout or activity, Apple will estimate your effort based on the activity, your heart rate, your weight, and previous efforts. And you can also personally adjust this rating as well if you'd like. And then these ratings are going to be used to track and graph out your overall training load, so you can get a sense of how much you've been doing compared to what you normally do, which of course is very useful for helping plan out future sessions and getting an overall sense of when you're pushing too much too often or maybe not enough. It looks like you'll be able to adjust and view this train load per activity type, as well as just get a more general view. And while this is still a very basic measurement, it's great to see Apple finally adding it to make their fitness platform with the Apple Watch much more useful for the average user. Then we have watchOS 11 also bringing with it an entirely new app called Vitals, which will help track and report your health information tracked by the Apple Watch, like resting heart rate, skin temperature, sleep, and so on, and give you alerts and information should one or more of your vital metrics be unusual compared to your regular standard. This is a very much needed app in my opinion, as the Apple Watch tracks a lot of great stuff, but most of it is pretty well hidden behind a really not easy to use health app. And you have to really dig into some of the menus there to find all of this, and it's not very well graphed or anything. So Vitals seems basically like a much better, much more focused health app, and just for metrics captured by your Apple Watch. Now, not directly on the watchOS 11 update, but more of an update regarding the iPhone, is that now since you can download offline topography maps, the new addition is that now you can create routes to follow along to and get audio turn-by-turn navigation. So that is really cool, because navigation and maps is really where Apple Watch sort of lags behind a lot of the other sports watches. So this is going to be a big improvement, though you will need to have your iPhone with you, since the watch itself isn't going to be able to store those topo maps or provide that turn-by-turn navigation. You'll need to have that iPhone with you during your run, hike, bike, or whatever activity you're doing. So not perfect, but this is definitely a step in the right direction. And it's easy to see like the next Apple Watch Ultra being able to support all of this when it comes out later this year by itself without having you to carry the iPhone with you. Now, finally, there are a few other small updates that were mentioned, like interactive widgets that pop up that then allow you to make actions right from those pop-ups. And then there's a new photo watch face that finds the best photos to work with your watch and switches them up daily. So I don't know. I know some people might be a bit disappointed with how few updates are coming with the watchOS 11 compared to some of the bigger updates coming this year with Apple's other products. But again, I do think these updates, like the ability to customize your activity ring, track your training load, and have an area to see and track your vitals, and of course the option to build routes and get turn-by-turn navigation, even if you still have to have your iPhone, it all seems like a very solid update for the Apple Watch, and I'm definitely excited to try out the new features as they come. As always, this is Colin Jenkins with Connect the Watts. Appreciate you being here, and I'll see you next time.